Long ago, in the heart of the Aurelius Empire, there rose a man whose courage and intellect would shape the destiny of an entire nation. His name was Titus, a soldier forged in the fires of war and sharpened by the struggles of survival. The empire of Aurelia was vast and mighty, its borders stretching from the fiery deserts of Solara to the frozen peaks of Nordica. But such greatness drew envy and defiance. From the east, the kingdom of Aurelia, led by the ruthless warlord Dragan the Red, sought to bring the empire to its knees. The Aurelia forces launched a devastating campaign, pillaging villages, burning cities, and sending fear coursing through the empire. The Senate, divided and uncertain, placed their last hope in Titus, a seasoned general who had earned his reputation not just through strength, but through strategy. Titus was no ordinary leader. Born to a poor blacksmith, he had risen through the ranks by sheer determination and brilliance. His eyes, sharp as a falcon's, missed nothing on the battlefield. His men called him the Iron General, for his resolve was as unyielding as the steel he wielded. Titus understood that brute force alone could not win this war. The Aurelia outnumbered them 3-1, and their warriors were fearsome in direct combat. To outwit such an enemy, Titus devised a strategy that combined deception, patience, and precision. He began by orchestrating a campaign of misinformation. Using spies and false defectors, he fed Dragan the Red false reports, leading the Aurelia forces into barren lands where food was scarce and water even scarcer. Starvation and infighting began to weaken their ranks. Then came the night raids. Under the cover of darkness, Titus led his elite soldiers, the silent blades, into enemy camps, striking swiftly and vanishing like ghosts. Supply wagons were destroyed, key commanders assassinated, and morale shattered. Dragan the Red, enraged by these invisible strikes, ordered his forces to march straight for the capital city of Aurelius, hoping to crush the empire in one final blow. Titus anticipated this move. He chose the Crimson Plains, a vast open field surrounded by jagged hills, as the site of the decisive battle. But Titus was not one to leave anything to chance. Over weeks, he transformed the plains into a deadly trap. His engineers dug concealed trenches and filled them with sharpened stakes. Pits were covered with loose dirt, and pathways were deliberately left to funnel the enemy into kill zones. He stationed archers on the surrounding hills, giving his forces a vantage point. When Dragan's horde arrived, they saw what appeared to be a smaller, vulnerable Aurelian army waiting for them. Dragan, blinded by rage and overconfidence, charged with his full force. As the Aurelia army surged forward, the traps were sprung. Horses and soldiers fell into hidden pits, breaking their momentum. Arrows rained down from the hills, turning the battlefield into chaos. Titus, at the center of his forces, led a disciplined counterattack. His soldiers, trained to perfection, moved as one, cutting through the disorganized enemy with calculated precision. Amid the chaos, Titus confronted Dragan the Red. The two leaders clashed in a brutal duel, their swords striking with the force of thunder. Dragan, a giant of a man, fought with raw power, but Titus countered with speed and strategy. He waited for the perfect moment, letting Dragan exhaust himself with heavy blows. With a swift feint and a precise thrust, Titus plunged his blade into Dragan's chest, ending the warlord's reign of terror. The sight of their leader falling broke the spirit of the Aurelia. They fled in disarray, chased down by the relentless Aurelian forces. The victory at the Crimson Plains saved the Aurelius Empire. Titus returned to the capital as a hero, but he refused grand titles or lavish rewards. Instead, he addressed the Senate and the people. An empire is not built on the sword alone, but on unity, wisdom, and the strength of its people. Let this victory remind us of what we can achieve when we stand together. For the rest of his days, Titus dedicated himself to rebuilding the lands devastated by war, ensuring peace and prosperity for future generations. His name became legend, a symbol of courage and brilliance, and the Iron General's story was told in every corner of the empire, a tale of how one man's bravery and strategy saved a nation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe,